Men over 60, eat this first thing in the morning to boost blood flow down there. Are you waking up tired, foggy, and just not feeling like yourself anymore? Do you find your energy dipping before noon, your legs feeling heavy, or your drive, especially your masculine drive, quietly fading? You're not alone. And it's not just normal aging. Every day, millions of men over 60 experience a slow, invisible decline in blood flow. Not just to the brain or heart, but to the area that defines vitality for many men. That part of your body that doctors don't talk about enough, but you feel the difference when it's not working right. What if I told you this daily decline might be triggered or worsened by something you eat first thing in the morning? By a food you were told was healthy. A routine you've trusted for decades. What you're about to hear might shock you. Because new science reveals that certain breakfast habits can quietly choke circulation down there, reduce testosterone production, and damage the very arteries that keep you strong, energized, and confident. Let's uncover what's really going on and what you can do instead. Let's start with number 5, and it's probably already in your spice rack. But chances are you've never thought of it as breakfast fuel for better blood flow. I'm talking about cinnamon. Now, cinnamon might not sound like a superfood for male vitality at first glance. After all, it's usually sprinkled on porridge, baked into pastries, or stirred into coffee for a little warmth and sweetness. But here's what most people don't realize. This humble spice can quietly transform your circulation, especially in the lower body, when used the right way and taken on an empty stomach. Why does that matter so much for men over 60? Because after 60, your body naturally produces less nitric oxide, the molecule that helps your blood vessels relax and widen. When blood vessels constrict, blood flow suffers, especially to areas that rely on high-pressure circulation, like the muscles and, yes, the groin. And this drop in nitric oxide doesn't just affect performance. It impacts stamina, mental clarity, even your heart health. You may notice it subtly. Mornings take longer to get going. You feel colder in your fingers and toes. You wake up more often in the night. Or maybe you've caught yourself avoiding stairs, walks, or even intimacy, not because you want to, but because something feels off. Here's where cinnamon becomes surprisingly powerful. Cinnamon contains compounds like cinnamaldehyde and eugenol, which have been shown to enhance vasodilation. That means they help your blood vessels open up. In a study published in the journal Lipids in Health and Disease, cinnamon supplementation was associated with improved blood pressure regulation and endothelial function in adults over 60. And better blood pressure means less strain on your heart and smoother delivery of oxygen-rich blood where you need it most. Imagine this. Your arteries are like garden hoses. As you age, those hoses start to stiffen, kink, and clog. Trying to get water through a blocked or brittle hose means there's pressure backing up everywhere else. That's why older men are more likely to develop not just high blood pressure, but also experience weak flow, lower sensitivity, and slower recovery. Cinnamon doesn't unclog everything overnight, but it gently coaxes those vessels to loosen. It's like giving your hoses just a bit more flexibility and strength, especially when taken first thing in the morning before food interferes. But there's another reason cinnamon is so effective. It helps regulate blood sugar, and that's crucial for blood flow in senior men. When blood sugar spikes, even mildly, it damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels. Over time, this leads to what doctors call endothelial dysfunction. That's a fancy term for the silent breakdown of your arteries' ability to contract and relax properly. Have you felt a little more sluggish after meals? Do you find your energy dips more often, or your legs feel heavier? That may not be from age alone. It could be a sign your blood sugar control and vascular health are slipping in tandem. Now here's the good news. You don't need to eat spoonfuls of cinnamon to get the benefit. In fact, a small half teaspoon mixed into a warm glass of water or your morning smoothie can start to support healthy blood flow and sugar balance right away. Even better, pair it with a little citrus, like lemon juice or orange slices, and you enhance the absorption of antioxidants. You can even create a routine out of it. Prepare your cinnamon water the night before and keep it bedside. Drink it as soon as you wake up. Think of it as your daily ignition switch, gently nudging your blood vessels awake before you even set foot on the floor. Have you been relying on coffee to feel alert but still feel sluggish after an hour? Do your hands or feet feel cold in the morning? Do you feel like your energy crashes by mid-afternoon? You're not imagining it. Cinnamon's ability to regulate both blood sugar and blood flow makes it a simple, natural option to reset those patterns gently. And unlike medications or synthetic supplements, cinnamon works with your body, not against it. You don't need prescriptions, and it doesn't force an artificial response. It simply supports the systems you already have, like the vascular and nervous system, so they perform closer to how they did years ago. Most men never consider what their breakfast spices are doing to their circulation. But now you know better. So tomorrow morning, when you reach for that cinnamon, remember, it's not just a flavor. It's a tool. A quiet, natural tool to reclaim energy, blood flow, and that inner spark that makes you feel more like you. And if you've found this information helpful so far, take a moment to subscribe to our channel for more senior-specific health strategies that actually work. You can also join our private community of health-conscious men and women at thegoldenyearsrx.com. That's where we share even deeper insights into how to stay strong, sharp, and steady after 60. The next food on our list might seem like an odd breakfast choice, but what it does for circulation will surprise you. Number 4 surprises a lot of men because it's technically fat. It's avocados. Now, you've probably heard that avocados are healthy, especially for the heart. But most men don't realize just how powerfully this fruit supports circulation, especially in the lower half of the body. It's not just about good fats. It's about what those fats do inside an aging system that's slowly losing its fire. You see, men over 60 often experience a gradual decline in testosterone and nitric oxide production. Both are key to healthy circulation and vitality. Less testosterone means less morning energy, slower metabolism, and of course, weaker blood flow. Add in years of microinflammation and stiffening arteries, and you've got a recipe for frustration, fatigue, and a lower quality of life. Avocados quietly fight all of that bite by bite. Let's break it down. First, they're loaded with monounsaturated fats. These are the heart protective fats that help remove bad cholesterol and reduce arterial plaque. But more importantly, these fats make the membranes of your blood vessels more flexible. Picture an old rubber band that's dried out and cracking. Now imagine soaking it in a nourishing oil that makes it pliable again. That's what avocado fats do to aging vessels. Second, avocados are packed with potassium, more than bananas in fact. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure by relaxing blood vessel walls. This reduces the overall strain on your cardiovascular system and allows for better circulation, yes, even to your most sensitive regions. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Avocados are one of the few foods that naturally support both hormone balance and nitric oxide production. The B vitamins and magnesium in avocados contribute to better testosterone synthesis. And they're also high in glutathione, a powerful antioxidant that supports healthy blood flow and detoxification in the liver, which in turn supports hormone balance. You might not think about your liver when it comes to your performance, but trust me, they're deeply connected. Have you been waking up more tired even after 8 hours of sleep? Do your muscles feel weaker than they used to? Maybe you've noticed you just don't feel as driven in the mornings anymore. These aren't just signs of aging. They're signals from your body that blood flow and hormone function need support. An avocado might be one of the gentlest ways to give it. But timing matters. Eating avocado in the morning, before high carbohydrate or high sugar meals, can help stabilize your blood sugar and energize your metabolism. It creates a baseline of steady energy, smooth blood flow, and mental clarity. That's why it's ideal as a first meal for men over 60. When you fuel your body with fats and minerals that work for you, you start the day from a position of strength rather than strain. And here's a practical tip. Slice half an avocado onto whole grain toast or alongside some scrambled eggs cooked in olive oil. Add a pinch of black pepper and a drizzle of lemon juice for extra nitric oxide support. Keep it simple, nourishing, and easy to repeat. This routine alone has helped thousands of men reduce fatigue, support their circulation, and feel more in control of their mornings again. But maybe you've been avoiding fats because you were told they're bad for your heart. Or maybe you've tried avocado before and thought, it's just a bland green mush. That's fair. But what most people don't realize is how versatile it is. Blend it into smoothies. Mash it with herbs. Add it to your meals. Even a spoonful by itself with a little salt can be a powerful first step toward rebuilding your energy and blood flow. Do your fingers sometimes feel cold even in warm rooms? Do you notice your feet take longer to warm up in bed? Does your stamina feel half of what it was a few years ago? These may not be separate issues. They could all point to one thing: blood struggling to move freely through aging vessels. Avocado works at the root. It doesn't mask symptoms. It feeds your blood vessels, supports your hormones, and helps your body generate clean, steady energy that lasts past breakfast and into the evening. And that's why this simple fruit earns its spot in our top 5 list. Because the next food is something most men overlook entirely. Yet it's quietly fueling better stamina, better circulation, and a more confident sense of vitality. Let's talk about that next. Number 3 is not a fruit or a spice. It's something most people associate with soup or broth. But few men realize how much it supports collagen, joint health, and, surprisingly, circulation where it matters most. I'm talking about bone broth. Yes, bone broth. That humble liquid made from simmering animal bones, cartilage, and connective tissues for hours. What used to be a forgotten kitchen leftover has now become one of the most powerful tools for rebuilding the aging male body, especially when consumed in the morning. Let's start with what bone broth actually does for your blood vessels. As we get older, the lining of our arteries becomes less elastic. Imagine trying to blow air through a garden hose that's been left in the sun for years. It's stiff, cracked, and brittle. Blood struggles to flow freely through it. That's exactly what's happening inside your body as you age. The endothelial lining loses its flexibility, especially in the tiny vessels that supply the pelvis and lower extremities. Bone broth is rich in a compound called glycine, an amino acid that plays a crucial role in the production of collagen. And collagen isn't just for skin or joints. It forms part of the structure of your blood vessels, helping them stay flexible and strong. Think of it as scaffolding for your circulation system. Without enough collagen, your vessels become fragile, your blood pressure rises, and flow to key areas becomes restricted. There's also arginine in bone broth, which your body can convert into nitric oxide, the very molecule that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. This is the same mechanism behind many pharmaceutical options for blood flow support. But unlike a pill, bone broth works gradually, restoring what time and stress have worn away. Here's what most men don't realize. When you start your day with bone broth instead of caffeine or sugary cereal, you're giving your body the building blocks it actually needs. The warmth of the broth calms your nervous system, the protein helps stabilize blood sugar, and the minerals, like magnesium, phosphorus, and calcium, feed your bones and muscles from the inside out. Now think about this. Have you noticed your knees aching more in the morning? Do you hear pops and cracks just from getting out of bed? Is your balance not what it used to be? These aren't just signs of joint wear. They're clues that connective tissue throughout your body, including your blood vessels, is under strain. Bone broth targets that tissue, especially when consumed regularly in the morning when your body is most depleted. After a night of fasting, your cells are like dry sponges. They absorb what you give them more deeply. And what better way to start the day than by hydrating with something that rebuilds you at the same time? And the emotional benefit. When you feel stronger in your joints, when your circulation improves, when stiffness fades, confidence returns. You're not just getting by. You're moving better, feeling lighter, and showing up with more presence. And yes, that confidence carries over into the bedroom as well. But maybe you're thinking, bone broth sounds like a hassle. Here's the good news. You don't need to make it from scratch. There are high-quality, low-sodium versions available in stores or online. Look for ones that say grass-fed or organic and make sure they simmer the bones for at least 12 hours. That's how the collagen and minerals are properly extracted. Heat up a cup in the morning. Add a pinch of sea salt, maybe a dash of turmeric or ginger for added anti-inflammatory benefit. Sip it slowly while reading, walking, or sitting in the sun. It's a nourishing routine that restores rather than depletes. And it takes less time than brewing coffee. Do your legs sometimes feel heavier by the end of the day? Do your hands get cold even when the room is warm? These little signs are circulation red flags. Bone broth helps address them at the root by strengthening your vessel walls, reducing inflammation, and supporting the regeneration of connective tissue. And it's not just about blood flow down there. It's about total body resilience. When your joints stop hurting, when your energy stabilizes, when your blood starts moving like it used to, you feel like yourself again. That's why bone broth earns its place in the top 5. It may not be flashy, but it's foundational. Because the next item in our countdown is something even more surprising. It's a tiny spice with centuries of tradition and one incredible secret. Most men overlook it, but it might just be the fastest natural way to boost blood flow before breakfast. Let's uncover it next. Number 2 is small, easy to overlook, and usually buried in your spice rack. Yet, for thousands of years, it's been used in ancient medicine to stimulate energy, sharpen focus, and most importantly, increase blood flow in the places men care most about. That tiny powerhouse is saffron. Yes, saffron. The bright red threads harvested by hand from the crocus flower. Known for its color and flavor in exotic dishes, saffron is also a proven vasodilator. It helps open up your blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and enhance circulation throughout the body. But what most men don't realize is that saffron's impact isn't just physical. It also improves mood, hormone balance, and the mind-body connection that is vital for vitality after 60. Let's break it down. One of the active compounds in saffron is crocin. It's a natural antioxidant that supports blood flow by protecting the lining of your blood vessels from oxidative damage. Imagine your arteries as flexible garden hoses. Over time, with stress, poor diet, and aging, they get clogged, stiff, and narrow. Crocin helps sweep away that internal rust, keeping your arteries flexible and clean. A study published in the journal Phytomedicine showed that saffron significantly improved erectile function in men over 40 who struggled with blood flow-related challenges. Participants who took just 30 milligrams of saffron per day saw measurable improvements in firmness, duration, and overall satisfaction, all without pharmaceutical side effects. Now think about this in your own life. Have you noticed a slow dip in your morning energy? Have your early routines become more sluggish? Is there a quiet frustration about not feeling like yourself anymore, even when the rest of your health checks out? You're not imagining it. Blood flow and mood are deeply connected. And saffron works on both. Because beyond its impact on circulation, saffron is a powerful mood lifter. It supports the balance of dopamine and serotonin, two brain chemicals that influence your sense of vitality and motivation. Many men over 60 find that low mood silently undermines performance. Saffron helps restore that mental spark that makes the physical side easier too. And here's what makes saffron unique. It works best when consumed in the morning on an empty stomach as part of a warm tonic. You can simply steep a few saffron strands in hot water, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and sip it like tea. Or you can add those threads to your morning bone broth or smoothie. It's subtle in flavor but powerful in effect. You don't need much. Even 3 to 6 strands per day can be enough to support circulation, clarity, and confidence. It's nature's concentrated energy booster for men over 60. And it doesn't come with the jittery crash of caffeine or the potential side effects of medications. And let's address something many men wonder but rarely talk about. That sense of fading drive, not just physically but mentally. A slow dimming of that fire you once felt. Saffron has been shown in multiple studies to help restore libido and performance, not by stimulating hormones directly, but by improving blood flow and emotional well-being together. It's that dual action, mind and body, that makes the difference. Maybe you've noticed your hands and feet getting cold more often. Or you've had more brain fog in the afternoons. Perhaps your walks feel heavier or your mood more flat. These little signals are your body's way of saying blood isn't flowing as freely as it should. Saffron is one gentle but powerful way to change that. Here's the good news. You don't have to overhaul your life. Just start by adding saffron to your morning. Make it part of your daily routine. Steep it, sip it, feel it. You may start noticing brighter mornings, clearer thinking, warmer fingers, and yes, better performance where it counts. If you're finding this helpful, take a moment to subscribe to this channel and visit thegoldenyearsrx.com. It's where men over 60 are transforming their health naturally, without gimmicks or pressure. Join us. Because number 1 is the most overlooked of them all. It's not a supplement, not a spice, not even a fruit. It's a simple whole food, often dismissed as old-fashioned. Yet it's the fastest way to unlock blood flow, rebuild energy, and restore that vital sense of masculinity. Most men are ignoring it, but those who know swear by it. I will reveal it next. Number 1 is not flashy. It doesn't come in a shiny box, isn't marketed with bold claims, and doesn't cost a fortune. Yet it's one of the most powerful foods a man over 60 can eat first thing in the morning to boost blood flow where it matters most. It's humble, ancient, and quietly supported by science. We're talking about beetroot. Yes, plain old beetroot. Maybe you've had it in salads, maybe roasted on the side, or maybe you've avoided it altogether because of its earthy taste. But what if I told you that this root vegetable contains one of the most potent natural tools for improving circulation, endurance, and yes, male performance, especially after 60? Let's dig into why. Beetroot is rich in natural nitrates. Not to be confused with artificial nitrates used in processed meats. These natural compounds convert into nitric oxide once inside your body. And nitric oxide is the key to opening blood vessels, relaxing arterial walls, and allowing oxygen-rich blood to flow more freely throughout the entire body, including to the pelvis and prostate. Think of nitric oxide like your body's internal traffic controller. It signals your arteries to open up, easing the strain on your heart and encouraging more blood to reach your muscles, your brain, and yes, your manhood. It's a quiet hero for senior health, and beetroot delivers it in abundance. Now here's what most men don't realize. As we age, our natural ability to produce nitric oxide declines sharply. By the time you're 60, your levels could be less than half of what they were at 30. And that drop affects everything. It leads to colder hands and feet, slower walking speed, increased fatigue, and of course, reduced function in the bedroom. Have you been noticing any of these lately? Maybe you've been waking up more tired, even after 8 hours of sleep. Or your walks don't feel as effortless. Maybe climbing stairs is more of a chore, or you've just started to feel a quiet dip in drive, one that's hard to talk about but impossible to ignore. This isn't just aging. It's poor circulation. And beetroot can help fix it. One clinical study published in the journal Hypertension found that drinking beetroot juice significantly lowered blood pressure and improved blood vessel elasticity in adults over 50. Another study in the Journal of Gerontology revealed that older men who drank beetroot juice before exercise had greater endurance and better blood flow to working muscles. These aren't fringe findings. This is real science showing real results for real men. And here's the best part. You don't need to chug a liter of beetroot juice to feel the effects. Just 250 milliliters of concentrated beetroot juice in the morning can help support nitric oxide production for the entire day. That's one small glass, drunk before breakfast. You can even mix it with a little lemon juice or ginger to smooth the taste. Prefer food over juice? That's fine too. You can grate raw beetroot into a salad, roast it with olive oil, or blend it into a smoothie. It's versatile, affordable, and deeply nourishing. Now let's take a moment to think about what this actually means. We're not talking about taking pills with side effects or signing up for treatments that feel unnatural. We're talking about using food, real food, to heal and restore. One small glass or portion of beetroot in the morning can help you feel warmer, more energized, clearer in the head, and more confident in the areas you've been quietly worried about. It may not work like a switch, but give it a week. Then, too, many men report feeling more alert within days, walking with more energy, and experiencing a return of something they hadn't felt in years, not just performance, but pride. Because when your blood flows better, your life flows better. You move more. You laugh more. You sleep deeper. You show up more fully in your relationships, in your body, in your mind. Beetroot might not look like much, but it has the power to change everything about your morning and the life that follows after. So here's a gentle nudge. Try it tomorrow. Add beetroot to your morning. See how you feel. Before we wrap up, I want to share one powerful bonus tip that most men completely overlook. It's not a food. It's not a supplement. And it's not something you need to go out and buy. In fact, it's already in your kitchen. And yet, when used the right way first thing in the morning, it could dramatically enhance everything we've talked about today. It's hydration. Now, I know what you're thinking. I drink water. That's not new. But here's the truth. Most men over 60 are walking around in a state of low-level, chronic dehydration without even realizing it. And this one issue can quietly sabotage your energy, your focus, your blood pressure, and yes, your performance down there. Let me explain. As we age, the body's thirst signals become weaker. You might not feel thirsty even when your cells are gasping for water. This is why many seniors only drink when they eat, or they sip here and there, never really thinking about it. But the result? Your blood gets thicker. Your circulation slows. And your organs, including the most sensitive ones, get less oxygen-rich blood than they need. It's like trying to water your garden with a hose that has barely any pressure. The water's still there technically, but it's not reaching where it needs to go. Have you noticed yourself feeling lightheaded when you stand up to fast? Does your energy slump mid-morning even after a full night's rest? Or maybe your thoughts feel foggier lately, your urine's a bit darker than it used to be, or your skin seems drier. These are all signs your body might be dehydrated, even if you think you're drinking enough. Here's where it gets interesting. Studies show that even mild dehydration can cause your blood volume to decrease, which makes your heart work harder to pump what little fluid is available. And when your blood gets thicker, your circulation slows down, particularly to the peripheral areas of the body, like your hands, your feet, and yes, your lower regions. For men trying to improve blood flow and stamina, this is a major hidden roadblock. But here's the good news. There's an easy fix. And it starts the moment you wake up. Before you reach for coffee. Before you eat anything. Drink a glass of water. Plain, room temperature, nothing fancy. This does two things. First, it rehydrates the body after hours without fluid during sleep. Second, it primes your blood vessels for better nutrient delivery, especially when combined with foods like beetroot or pomegranate later on. Want to take it one step further? Squeeze half a lemon into that water. Not only does this help kickstart digestion, but lemon also contains natural compounds that support liver detoxification and may gently alkalize the body, making it easier for nutrients to do their job. Some men also find that this simple lemon water routine improves mental clarity and reduces morning stiffness, two things that directly affect how you show up for the rest of the day. Think of it like prepping your internal engine before a drive. Would you ever start your car in freezing weather and slam the accelerator immediately? Of course not. You warm it up. Your body's the same. That glass of water is your warm-up. It's the gentle ignition that lets your circulatory system operate at its best. And what's even better? This small change boosts the effectiveness of everything else we've discussed in this video. Whether it's cocoa, watermelon, walnuts, or leafy greens, your body can absorb and distribute those nutrients far more efficiently when you're hydrated. Without proper hydration, even the best food can fall short. Now, if you're someone who usually skips breakfast or forgets to drink until lunch, this single habit might be more important than any supplement you've tried. Over time, consistent morning hydration helps regulate blood pressure, reduce headaches, improve bowel movements, and yes, improve the firmness and frequency of your intimate function. It's not magic. It's biology. So let me ask you, have you had your water yet today? Not coffee. Not juice. Water. Because sometimes the simplest answer is the most powerful one. And in the world of senior men's health, where pills and promises are everywhere, going back to the basics might just be the breakthrough you've been looking for. You're not too old. It's not too late. And your body hasn't given up on you. It just needs the right tools, and hydration is one of the most overlooked tools in your health toolbox. Try it tomorrow morning. 1 glass. First thing. Then notice how your body responds. Your mind may feel clearer. Your movements are smoother. Your confidence is stronger. And over time, this one quiet shift might just unlock the results you've been chasing for years. And if this video has helped you, remember to subscribe for more senior vitality tips delivered with clarity and compassion. And visit us at thegoldenyearsrx.com to join a community of men who are living proof that you can grow older and stronger at the same time. Your best days are not behind you. With the right morning habits, they might just be beginning.